You're standing in front of the refrigerator, staring at a row of jars you've seen 1,000 times, but you aren't actually hungry. You go to your streaming queue, scroll through 50 must watch titles, and feel a wave of profound indifference. You open your phone, close it, and open it again 3 seconds later. It's not that you have nothing to do, it's that nothing feels like it's worth doing. The things that used to make you feel alive, the music, the games, the late night conversations, now feel like background noise. Like you're listening to the world through a thick pane of glass. You aren't sad, exactly. You're just muted. This is the gray filter of the modern mind. We call it boredom, but that's too small a word for it. What you're actually experiencing is dopamine burnout. It's the physiological exhaustion of a brain that has been asked to process more pleasure in a single afternoon than our ancestors did in a lifetime. We are the first generation to be bored not because we have too little, but because we've had too much of everything, all at once, forever. If the world feels gray to you lately, I need you to know that this isn't a personal flaw. You haven't lost your spark, and you aren't becoming a cynical person. You are living in a predatory attention economy that has effectively strip-mined your reward system. We've been told that more is the solution to empty, so we keep clicking, keep scrolling, and keep consuming, wondering why the void only seems to get bigger. This is a systemic theft of our wonder. We are biological machines designed to find joy in the rare and the difficult, but we've been plugged into a digital IV drip of the easy and the infinite. When everything is available at the swipe of a thumb, nothing has weight. You're not broken, you're just oversaturated. Your brain has raised its boredom threshold just to survive the noise. Let's look at the first layer of this burnout, the baseline shift. Think of your dopamine as a thermostat. In a natural world, a sunset or a good meal would kick the heat up. But we live in a world of hyper-stimulation. We have high fructose corn syrup for our tongues and high frequency algorithms for our eyes. Because we are constantly blasting our receptors with peaks, the valley, which is just normal, quiet life, starts to feel like a desert. We've pushed our baseline so high that reality can no longer reach it. This is why a walk in the park feels boring compared to a 30-second clip of someone else's life. We haven't lost the ability to enjoy things. We've just lost the ability to feel anything that isn't a 10 out of 10. We are living in a permanent state of pleasure debt. The second layer is what I call the efficiency paradox. We've been taught that every moment of our lives should be optimized for maximum enjoyment or productivity. We listen to podcasts at 2 times speed so we can get to the good part. We skip the intros of songs. We scroll past the context of a story. But here's the secret the algorithm doesn't want you to know. The good part only exists because of the buildup. By removing the friction, the waiting, and the boring bits, we've accidentally removed the meaning. Meaning is a product of time and investment. When you optimize for the hit, you lose the soul. We are trying to eat the frosting without the cake, and we're wondering why we feel sick. This efficiency is a centrifuge. It spins the joy out of our hobbies until they're just another task to check off. The third layer is digital hyperreality. We are constantly comparing our boring, behind-the-scenes footage to everyone else's highlight reel. Even if you know it's fake, your lizard brain doesn't. It just sees a world where everyone is having a better time, eating better food, and living a more aesthetic life. This creates a sense of comparative boredom. Your actual physical life, with its messy rooms and quiet Tuesdays, feels like a failure compared to the polished simulation on your screen. We are ghosting our own lives to watch a render of someone else's. We've become observers of a world we're too tired to participate in. The boredom you feel is actually a form of grief. It's the part of you that knows you're missing the territory because you're too busy staring at a fake map. So, how do we get the color back? It isn't about trying harder to be happy. It's about a mental model shift. We have to move from the consumption model to the curation model. Al Hapadam, most of us live our lives as collectors of hits. We want more music, more shows, more experiences. But the human heart isn't built for more, it's built for depth. The shift is realizing that boredom is not the enemy, boredom is the reboot. When you feel bored, that is your brain trying to downregulate. It's trying to lower the baseline so that eventually a simple conversation or a piece of fruit can feel like a miracle again. We have to embrace the low dopamine morning. We have to reclaim the dead spaces in our day, the time spent waiting for the bus, the time spent standing in line without reaching for the phone. Those gaps are the fasting your mind needs to taste the world again. I'm not saying you should live like a monk. I'm saying you should stop letting a machine decide what you find interesting. You are not a user to be engaged. You are a human to be fulfilled. And fulfillment is a slow, quiet, often boring process. It's the difference between a firework and a hearth. One is exciting for a second, the other keeps you warm all night. The world isn't actually getting more boring. It's just that we've stopped looking at it. We've stopped letting it be enough. We've been so busy chasing the new that we forgot how to inhabit the now. Your spark isn't gone, it's just buried under the static. It's waiting for you to turn the volume down so it can hear itself think. It's waiting for you to realize that you don't need to be stimulated to be whole. I want you to try something tonight. Before you go to bed, don't look at a screen for the last 20 minutes. Just sit, or wash the dishes, or look out the window. It will feel itchy. It will feel uncomfortable. It will feel boring. Let it. Let the itch be there. That's your brain coming back online. That's the gray filter starting to peel away at the edges. When was the last time you let yourself be bored long enough to actually have a new idea? Don't answer that. Just think about it. See you.